Hey everybody, let me tell you a story about this man from way back in the day named Jesus. He performed all these miracles. He was raising the dead to life. He was making the blind see, the deaf hear, and all kinds of crazy miracles. And everyone was seeing it. Thousands of people was seeing all this, right? And then, but there was a group of people, even though they seen with their eyes, they just could not believe. So they would question Jesus. And these group of people would walk up to Jesus and they would ask him for a sign that like he was the Son of God. And Jesus replied back. He said, the only sign you people of today are going to get is a sign of Jonah being stuck in a fish for 3 days. What did Jesus mean by that? Well, when Jonah, if you don't know the story of Jonah, go read your Bible right now and read the story of Jonah. So Jonah, he got in a situation where he didn't listen to God. He tried running from God. And well, long story short, he ended up in the stomach of a fish. He ended up getting swallowed by a fish. And he lived in that fish for 3 days. And he got out because, he decided to listen to God. That was his lesson. That's the sign saying you don't listen. If you don't listen to God, you might end up in a situation like Jonah. But I think what Jesus meant by them, the sign of Jonah, what Jesus meant to the people of that day was that you're going to wish you woke up in a fish. But if they don't listen, even though these people can see with their very own eyes, and they see all these miracles, but yet they still do not believe, I don't think anything's going to convince these people this stuff's real. And I think the sign that Jesus was talking about, the sign of Jonah, the sign for the people of that day is you're going to die and wake up. Because you just refuse to believe. When you die on this earth, your soul's going to wake up in hell. Then once you realize how real hell and all this stuff is, like what Jesus was trying to tell everyone, once they realize how real it is, then that'll be their sign that this is real and that Jesus is the Son of God. But the problem is, by that time, it'll be too late. Once you in hell, you don't get out. It's forever, all eternity. Can't even comprehend that. And because Jesus performed all these miracles, and he proved to these people he was the Son of God, he proved, what else more do you want Jesus to do? What else more? You want him to bring the gates of heaven right down to the earth from the sky? You want to see a sign in the sky? If people want to see a sign in the sky to at least consider all this stuff to be real, check this out. This is taken from NASA's Space Hubble telescope, right? They call this the X factor or something like that. This is like 31 million light years away, something like that. The galaxy, spiral galaxy, they call it. And they say it's an X in there. Come on. Does that look like an X or does that look like a cross? I'll let y'all tell me. Leave that in the comments, y'all. Leave it in the comments. Does that look more like an X or a cross? If it's a cross, would that not be the sign in the sky that everyone's been asking for like centuries? All you gotta do is look through the Space Hubble telescope. Ask NASA. That's where this picture came from. This ain't Photoshop, y'all. This shit's real. You want a sign in the sky? There it is. There it is. What more do you want? There's a sign right there. Now the thing is, just like people back in the day, they could see this stuff right in front of their face. But yet, even though they see with their very own eyes, yet they do not believe. Same thing with people today. So many people won't see this and still not even consider God and Jesus being real, heaven and hell being real. What if it is? Just in case it is, I'd want to wake up in a better place. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. So back to the story when Jesus said, he gave them the sign saying, if you people can't believe today with all these miracles, and look what we had, back then they had miracles and they had God parting the Red Sea and Jonah in the fish. They had all kinds of miracles like that. But after Jesus, kind of the miracles settled down a little bit. Well, the thing is, God didn't have to show his great power anymore after Jesus. Jesus was enough of God's great power that he was showing. How powerful Jesus was, healing people, even though a lot of them still didn't believe, but still. I mean, I think God proved his point. So God probably sent his son, proved his point, saying God and Jesus probably kick him back in heaven. They got heaven to run. You know what I'm saying? They probably doing a little less down here, just letting things play out. He sent Jesus. The Bible's there. All we need is that Bible. So open up that Bible and learn this stuff. Don't take my word for it. You know. So that's the story. Oh, then Jesus said after. So when these people asked Jesus for a sign, he said the only sign you're going to get is the sign of Jonah being stuck in a fish for 3 days. But Jesus also said after that, he said, so will the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth for 3 days. What was Jesus talking about? Why would the Son of Man? So does this mean when Jesus dies, those 3 days Jesus is dead, did he go into Hades, today what we call hell? Is that where Jesus went for those 3 days? If so, was Jesus talking about himself, the Son of Man? So when Jesus died, was he saying he's going to be in hell for 3 days? And if so, if that's the case, hell must be in the heart of the earth, possibly the center of the earth where your heart is. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. So I just wanted to bring that to the attention too. And I'll be honest, if I was Jesus and I performed all those miracles right in front of their faces and they come up and ask me for a sign, I'd be kind of irritated. I'd be like, you know what? You want a sign? I'm going to show you a sign right now. So check this out. I'd be like, yo, blind man, come on over here. Hey, stand right here. Stand right here. Okay. Got a blind man, right? He was born blind. And hey, deaf man. Oh, shit. He can't hear me, right? Yo, come here. He can see me. He sees me. Wait a minute. He's coming. Okay. Hey, stand right here. I want to make a demonstration. Would you, like, he was deaf. He's born deaf. This man is born deaf. So, we got a blind man, deaf man. Let's do one more. Man in a wheelchair. Hey, come roll over here. He's coming. And we got a man in a wheelchair, right? So check this out. I would be like, now people, you want a sign? Let me show y'all a sign. See this blind man? Blind man, take off your sunglasses. Can you see?
Yes. I can see it.
I make my point.
Huh.
All right. Now we got the deaf man. Deaf man, can you hear my voice?
Yes. I can hear it.
Point given. And then, lame man, stand up and walk. You are healed, my son, as Jesus would say. And that point given. One
First
more
time
thing.
in my life I walk.
There's a dead man laying here the whole time. Dead man. In the name of God, rise and live again, as Jesus would say. And these people would see this right in front of their face. Be like, is that not enough sign? You know, those people would say. They say, can we still see another sign? And if I was Jesus, I'd be kind of ticked off. I'd be like, you know what? I just showed you all this. You want another sign? And I think that's when Jesus said, you know what? The only sign you're going to get is the sign of Jonah in the belly of a fish for 3 days. For Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a great fish. So will the Son of Man be in the heart of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. That's what Jesus said. And what he was meaning by that, I believe, is that by the time these people realize that this stuff is real, because they found it so hard to believe, even though the evidence was right in front of them, even though they should believe by faith, but even though the evidence is there, they still do not believe, even though it happened right in front of their face. But if they don't believe soon, and they wake up in hell, if heaven and hell is real and they wake up in hell, it's going to be so real, they're going to believe, because that will be the sign. That's why Jesus said the sign of Jonah. But waking up in hell, that means it's too late. You've been given a chance. You didn't want to believe with all the miracles. Now it's too late. Forever torment. But a few more signs and proof that all this is real. You know, And I'm going to be making more videos on this. I'm going to work on one, why the human eye cannot see the spiritual realm because of the light spectrum in science. I'm going to explain that in one of my upcoming videos sooner or later. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. If anyone has any questions, comments, or anything like that, feel free to ask. I hope everyone has a good day, and God bless everyone. Bye.
Jerk to the left of you, clown to the right. I'm both them motherfuckers. I am a clown and a joker. But it's my song. Listen to it. Yeah, don't pay no attention to the sign. No attention to the sign. This is God's country. Who are we to claim it, right? Share a little bit. I ain't back here literally.
And before we...
Take care.
Alright, there we go. Okay, everyone, listen. Sit down, hang on tight, get ready for a blast from the past because you're in for one hell of a ride. So, come on, let's go.